Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we sail into our 19th year on the air here at Intercom Radio in Memphis, Tennessee. And thanks to all you good folks out in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. And, of course, in Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. And this being the time of the month, this means Ron Wong is in with me. It's always good to have Ron, particularly when
always good to be in studio and not traveling. But, of course, I've been traveling and catching a bunch of fish.
You're a
South Carolina, Missouri, it makes no difference. I'll go anywhere.
You've been to Mississippi a couple times.
And talk about going anywhere.
Yeah.
Boy, there's some exciting stuff coming down the road for professional fishing.
2020 looks pretty impressive.
Oh, it's really.
Yeah.
There's so much new stuff. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I would like to be the man who names
you
fishing
want to
lures.
Name something.
I want to name fishing lures or colors,
color.
Because that's just, I think, would be my talent.
Yeah, but how would you like to name a big-time tournament?
I like heavy hitters. I think that's pretty good. Hey, the Major League Fishing has hit us by storm. They've come up with what I think is a very unique name for a new circuit out there. It's called Heavy Hitters. And who better to talk to about that than Don Rucks? Rucksy is the Executive Vice President and GM for Major League Fishing. And I've heard they call him the commissioner. So I don't know if that's good or bad. But, Don, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, fellas. I'm doing just great.
Well, we're going to talk. Let's talk Major League Fishing. The expansion that's come about from this. You guys have taken something and put it in paper. Now it's gone big time, and now we have the heavy hitters. Let's talk about the heavy hitters. What in the layman terms, for my truck driver driving on I-55 down through Mississippi, tell us what the heavy hitters is.
Okay, well, heavy hitters is actually really cool. It's actually only going to be one of our events this year, but it's right. We're hoping that it could turn into something more than that down the road. And we listen to our fans talk, and we listen to our sponsors, and we try to listen and try to do things when it makes sense with our format. And so the uniqueness about this, first of all, there's never been a bass fishing tournament that's been structured like this.
No, sir.
Reason why it pays big money.
Yes.
For total weight on one regard, and it pays big money for big fish, for the biggest fish each day.
Right.
So that combination. Then the other thing about it is we're changing the minimum weight limit that counts towards their score on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the first 2 days we call them. The first day we call it a shotgun round, and then they combine it with an elimination round. And on both those days, they'll be fishing for a 1 pound minimum fish.
Right.
The next 2 days, they'll be fishing for a 2 pound minimum fish, and those are called our knockout rounds.
The knockout round. Okay.
Yeah. And then we have 10 people that come out of those 5 in each knockout round to the championship. And then it steps up again. If you're in a championship, you cannot weigh a fish in unless it's 3 pounds or larger.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome. That's big, yeah.
Now, the money goes right along with that. If you catch a big fish of the day when it is at the 1 pound minimum, you win $25,000.
$25,000. Yeah,
that's
okay.
right. And if you catch a big fish when it's a 2 pound minimum, it's $50,000.
Right.
And if you catch the big fish on that final day, it's worth $100,000 plus the winner of the tournament's $100,000. So it's totally unique. We're trying to look at the differences of how many fish are scored at each weight.
Yeah.
Will it impact the way the guys fish? So that's the difference about it.
And a 5-day payout total, $745,000?
Exactly right.
I can't even say that without stuttering. Okay, I mean...
it's good money, Don, and it creates a lot of interest, for all of the TV fans that there are. And, one of the things that people have always said, I want to see big fish. Well, they're going to have the opportunity now.
Yes, yeah.
And, with the heavy hitters, the qualification process for that one tournament this year, how does that work?
All righty. There's going to be 5 events that are going to be prior to that heavy hitters event.
Right.
Each one of the 5 events, the angler will record his largest bass that he caught during that tournament.
Right.
And we will do that for each of the 5 tournaments, and that will be the selection for the 30 guys that are going to fish
the
this
top
the
cumulative
top 30,
weight. Right.
Yeah, top 30 that have caught the combination of the 5 biggest fish.
Yeah.
So that's going to impact our regular tournaments as well.
Right.
So while we're still doing a 1 pound minimum, there's always that desire to get in that $720,000.
Well, hello.
Tournament.
Yeah. And you only have to fish against 30 guys. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And where's that tournament going to be, Don?
Do what?
Where is that tournament going to be held? The heavy hitters tournament.
It's going to be in Kissimmee on Lake Toho.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Out of Big Toho Marina there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I believe that's correct.
All right.
And, usually when you think about Florida in the early springtime, almost winter up here, the Februaries and Marches. And this is going to be on up there in May. And we've done a lot of research on it. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of big fish caught during this period down there, even though it can be hot, because it's well after their post-spawn.
Yes.
And they've moved out and they've healed up, and now they're in that summertime feeding pattern, and we're really expecting big-time results.
Oh, yeah, it is. If you'll think about it, the ICAST Cup, which is fished out of Kissimmee there, that's in July, mid-July. It takes 24 pounds of fish, 5 fish, to win that thing. So, you're right there after, like you said, the post-spawn, they're going to be feeding heavily, and they're going to, that's going to make for some great TV. And, of course, fans can always go and talk to the anglers after they come in at wherever the weigh-in sites are on your tournaments also, right?
Exactly right. And, one of the things I'm thinking about that tournament is to myself, Florida bass, we all know how strong they are and everything else. It's like when you go to Lake Toho in the summer, it's like we're pitting the best bass in the world against the best bass fishermen in the world.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a duke out.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
And then, of course, the 2020 Bass Pro Tour field, 78 returning anglers and 2 new faces.
Oh, absolutely, and we've got 2 dandies. We're really pleased to welcome Brian Thrift and David Dudley.
Yes.
They've been competing on the FLW Tour for the last years, and they're outstanding anglers, and they're a great addition, and we sure want to welcome them.
Oh, yeah, we've had
Brian.
We've had them both on our radio show here several times.
Yeah, we've had some stories told, particularly by Brian and what he's accomplished. Again, we're talking to Don Rucks. He is the Executive VP and GM for Major League Fishing.
Commish.
Yes, all things MFL. And I look at these things, Don, and I know the acquisition of the FLW, which now becomes, what's that new name for them? The Pro Circuit, I think, is.
Yes, that's right.
Is what we're calling that. And this transition seems to me like it's been really smooth. I mean, the way y'all have transpired and put this together. It looks like you're heavy hitters. You've hit a home run. So how's that going?
Well, on the FLW side, we're real proud about that too. That pro circuit, we have a full field. Nobody was allowed to be in that circuit unless they had qualified to get in there from their previous performance.
Yes,
and so that's very successful. We have a tremendously high sign-up rate at this time going on for our series. And there's just a lot of positives happening on that side.
Well, 2020, it just seems like it probably doesn't seem like yesterday to you, but when you guys got together way back in 2011 and the thing was founded and it became now, your TV production is really is at the heart of what you guys do. You're very innovative, and I can tell that you want the public to see this firsthand, and this is not something you're going to read about in 2 weeks.
No, that's right. And the reason why is we're all fishermen. We're all fishermen. We've been in the fishing business for a long time, and we understand the passion for it, and we understand what people want to watch. And I'm not sure we knew we'd be where we are today in 2011, because we did start with a product that was targeted strictly as a television show.
Yes,
But it's just gained so much momentum and so much popularity, and our fans are wonderful. And we just want to now bring that same attitude over to the FLW side. We've lowered entry fees in both the series and the BFLs. And so, which are now being called, by the way, the Phoenix Bass Fishing League.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
We're real proud of that. We love the folks at Phoenix. We've been doing business with them for a long time, and we're happy that they get the title that. And but just a lot of exciting times for us. I mean,
and it all kicks off in a month, too, doesn't it?
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, here we go again.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to Christmas, and it's really time to start seriously thinking about going fishing.
Well,
you're absolutely right. Before the storm hits, I'm going fishing on January the 2nd in Mexico. I'm going to Mexico for 11 days.
There you go. Well,
I know some guys going down there at the same time. You may see them.
Well, I know that, Don, thank you. I know it seems impossible. I've been around a long time, even longer than Ron Wong, which makes it impossible to believe. But I never thought I'd be talking about Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and all them other things now. So and I know that I don't have my flip phone anymore. So that's
there you go.
We're up.
That's a major move, right?
That's a major move, Don. I tell you what, they keep coming up now. So, buddy, thank you, thank you,
Don. I look forward to seeing you down the road. I will be out to try to cover some of the tournaments for our radio show here.
He'll be there.
I appreciate it, guys, and I'd be happy to be on your show anytime.
All right, Don, thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family and
Merry
everything.
Christmas.
Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you in January maybe, okay?
All righty.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great day. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and come right back and
talk to a champion.
You talk about an inspirational story. We got him coming up on Outdoors with Larry Ray.